call her an icon, a champion, a shiro. Edie Windsor was breaking barriers long before her fight for LGBTQI rights.
They all turned her down. They all told her, it's the wrong time for the movement. You're going to ruin it for everybody. Don't do this, don't do this. And she was like, there is never a wrong time for justice and equality.
In 1963, Edie met Thea Spire, and in 1967, Thea proposed to her, and because of the times, could not give her an engagement ring. So she got her a circled diamond brooch, which Edie wore proudly. In 1977, Thea was diagnosed with MS. In 2007, they both traveled to Canada to get married because it was still not legal in the United States.
Civil rights are very, very important. It's not more, it's not pie, it's equal. And that was what was so important to her. She had been with her partner for 43 3/4 years. So that's, since the mid-1960s.
In 2009, when Thea passed away, Edie inherited her estate, and the IRS charged her over $363,000 in taxes.
That's when Edie got really indignant. She had to pay these taxes, and she thought it was extremely unfair. They owned property together, they owned assets together for 43 years, just like any other couple.
Therefore, leading to Edie taking her case to court in U.S. versus Windsor. Because of the Defense of Marriage Act, which only recognized marriages between a man and a woman, Edie was not eligible for the benefits that would have come along with having been recognized as a legal marriage.
Once Edie brought her case to the Supreme Court, and I think she was the perfect plaintiff, they saw, we're human beings like anybody else who live and love and laugh and want to be together and want to love and share that moment of marriage and that commitment of marriage. And Edie was that person. The law defined marriage between one man and one woman. That Section 3 was struck down, and that was where legal same-sex marriage became law federally. She found the law firm that would take on this case and won. And then she became everyone's hero. So it was never a wrong time for the movement. It's never a wrong time for justice and equality.
The Supreme Court has announced its decision in Windsor versus the United States. And we won everything we asked and hoped for. Wow.
Edie Windsor Healthcare Center opened in Hampton Bays in May of 2021. We opened as a primary care center aligned with LGBTQ+ primary care.
The Edie Windsor Healthcare Center focuses on LGBTQ health, but it is not the only thing that they do.
Our clinic continues to offer comprehensive care for HIV treatment, HIV prevention, sexual health.
It's not just for LGBTQ people, but it is the only community healthcare center on Long Island that has people who specialize in some of these things.
We also offer psychiatric services, mental health services, nutritional advisement, and patient care navigation.
It has really made a difference. Gender-affirming care, domestic violence, it all falls under the same category. You don't have to be gay to go to the Edie Windsor Center. It's all about health care, women's health care, men's health care, people's health care. It matters.
In the summer of 2022, the Edie Windsor Healthcare Center was very proud to be one of the very few clinics on Long Island to offer vaccinations for monkeypox, now called Mpox.
When the Mpox vaccination came out, we were the first to receive them. We had people coming from all over to get this shot.
Any individuals in the community, even if they are not a patient of our clinic, they can come in and receive that vaccination same day.
I love the Edie Windsor Heart Project. It is very near and dear to me. The Edie Windsor Heart is funding this project at the Edie Windsor Healthcare Center. All of her friends, all of my friends, people we know in the community organizations have all purchased these hearts for $1,000. We're going to raise over $250,000 for the Edie Windsor Center. Plus, it's in a place where Edie and Thea spent 40 years of their lives together in the summers in the Hamptons. The prior town supervisor, Jay Schneiderman, came to me with this idea. And I said, do you think we could do a street sign, or we could do some sort of plaque, or we could do, something? Well, he came back to me with this idea of the Edie Windsor Heart here at Southampton Town Hall. He said, I marry people several times a day, and we just kind of come outside, and there's really no great backdrop or special place for them to go. So he came up with this idea of building this heart. If you want to get married in Southampton, if you want to renew your vows at Southampton, you can get married in the Edie Windsor Heart, and that's what it was built for. Love.
I'm always so heartened to hear the stories from some of our older patients of how they knew Edie and worked alongside her in the LGBTQ+ rights activism.
These small steps, these small baby steps all along through history matter. They make a difference. When people stand up peacefully, things can get accomplished.
We have clients from teenagers through people in their 80s and 90s, patients or clients that have been through this fight and recognize this fight. Every day it is an honor to be able to provide them services.
As a member of the LGBT community, I'm forever grateful to Edie Windsor and Thea Spire for the work that they did in helping us achieve marriage equality in the United States.